Hey crew, it's Pitt, and I'm back on another reaction video. You knew Webby dropped a new one, I was going to have to do it. This is Raw Thought 6. Let's dig in and see what's up. 20 years after the cordyceps outbreak brought society to a halt, the United States remained a wasteland. Between federal ruling over the QC's bands of raiders and the infected, hope seemed a concept of long forgotten. Cordyceps was resident evil, right? When word reached an undisclosed outpost in Connecticut about a potential cure, a group of survivors embarked on a journey to find it. Or is that the zombie fungus, this cordyceps? I can't remember which one that is. Y'all let me know in the comments which one that is. Alright, let's go, Webby. They go and get the cure, bro. Cure type B.
Here we are again. I wish I didn't have to keep writing these songs.
Like, watching Webby's progression's been crazy, right? Like, I came in at like 3, I think it was 2 or 3 I came in, and like he was a lot more progressive then. Not to say that he's not now, right? But like he's expanded the broadness of his thoughts since I came in.
I really do.
But it's just too wild to not comment on it, right? And you have to be careful what you say because, you know, Big Daddy is watching and he will take down everything. So,
let me warm up real quick.
Light him up. Trigger high, babe.
Another time, another year. Another chance to remind these rappers why I'm who they fear. And for being honest, I've been getting tired of it here. Now it's time to say goodbye and have me sign your souvenirs. Cause this Wednesday's the last one. Really? It's a rap, son. 7-year album rollout. And then when that's done, I ain't really got a plan for what be coming next. But before I dip, you know I got a couple left. Get it off my chest, incline press. All in an eloquent way. If you don't move, you might be catching it straight. Low key, lot of rappers biting Webby these days. I'm a proud dad. Who am I to get in the way of all my sons I gave life to? Look at them run. Feels like yesterday I taught them to walk. Now they become so big since I...
Who daddy talking about? Who daddy talking about? I want to know. Y'all let me know. Let me know who you're talking about in the comments down below.
Showed them how this shit could be done. Why would I ask for flowers in a game that's giving me none? I'm so independent, I make independent rappers look dependent. I birthed the business model, other people took the credit. So get your shit straight. I've been around since that Piff mixtapes. This ain't fucking clickbait. When I'm on the road, I'm who they paying to see. Night after night, year after year, remaining to be one of the coldest MCs, undebated indeed. They try but can't replicate being as crazy as me. You know, G and...
You know the difference between potted meat and Vienna sausage? Vienna sausage is potted meat with a heart on.
He's undebated indeed. They try but can't replicate being as crazy as me. You know, G in the game.
So far, he's just talking to shit. Normally, Raw Thoughts is more about the situation that's going on in the world. And God knows there's plenty to talk about. But so far, it seems to be just flexing. And I'm cool with that. Like, flexing's your thing. Do your thing.
Puppies and I'm Cujo. Yeah, they got some monthlies. They ain't packing rooms, though. They don't know the ciphers where I grew up paying dues. They'll never fit in my shoes. They'll never do what I do. So, know the government will get to killing me already. What the fuck you waiting on? I told you.
Why you let him come through the choke point? Maybe I'm just too ruthless, but there ain't no way they'd be walking through the choke point that easy, right?
Hillary, I'm ready for shit until they get me. We gon' ride it higher now with the bars, yeah, singing like the Irish side of town. And my mind's derailed like all the damn trains these days. Got me afraid of the rain these days, but the Ukraine these days. Yeah, now with the bars, yeah, singing like the Irish side of town. And my mind's derailed like all the damn trains these days. Got me afraid.
There's been a whole lot of them, huh? And they seem to be in very strategic locations. That's what we'll say. They're strategically placed for train derailments.
Afraid of the rain these days.
The rain is awful intense, right? There's been a severing of our rain patterns. Like, I live in Louisiana. We get rain, in a fairly predictable pattern. But the amounts of rain that drop are a lot different than they used to be. And there is a reason for that, and it has nothing to do with the gases that come out of your mouth. There's a whole thing going on with the sun and the solar system and the greater universe that has to do with this. And it is a real thing, and there are real things that we can do about it. But it ain't got nothing to do with anything that you breathe.
But the Ukraine these days, that's what they want us watch.
There's a whole lot of money disappearing over there. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of purpose for it, but there's a whole lot of money disappearing.
Instead of chemical fires and clouds of dioxins, vinyl chloride killing with the drizzle dropping. Breathing or eating food seeped in toxins, contaminate our crops and the water that we washing. And tell you that it's safe, they some lying motherfuckers. Now it's just another cover up. Really, I mean, what the fuck? All these black rock motherfuckers trying to comfort.
They got all y'all looking up. They about to shoot you.
Us. Maybe we should come for them. Loading like the muzzle up. Pour some Ohio tap water and fill them up a cup. Straight from East Palestine, make them all swallow it and drive them to their first visit to the oncologist. 2 years later when the tumors all surface, just to look them in the eyes and tell them that they deserve it. We got
Bruh.
Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, all these damn serpents in society lying like they aren't trying to hurt us. They poison us for profit, they've been trimming down our population. Evil is the occupation with the great reset.
Bruh, Webby, you trying to get banned. You trying to get you banned and me banned. But he ain't lying. He ain't lying a bit. He named some names that y'all need to pay attention to.
Bill Gates, all these damn serpents in society lying like they aren't trying to hurt us. They poison us for...
They ain't even trying to hide it, though. They flat out state it. They say it out loud, and people are like, oh, they don't really mean that. They say it out loud, and people are like, oh, that's not true. Like, they literally tell you that they want to get one of them numbers to 0, and people are like, that's not what he meant, though.
A profit, they've been trimming down our population. Evil is the occupation with the...
And y'all get whatever y'all want put into you that you want to. But as for me, it's not going to happen. They're about to have a whole nother round of that. Y'all get ready for that.
Great reset, president on deck, sheep following sheep. My country's falling apart, Biden's falling asleep.
Falling to dead. Like, I don't know that that's the same dude, right? Like, that really does not look like the same dude from the 80s and the 90s. Like, who gets their ears gone and then back and then gone? Like, how does that happen? How do your earlobes are attached, detached, reattached? Like, nobody goes and has that done cosmetically. Nobody goes in and gets their earlobes met. Like, you get holes put in them, you get gauges put in them, but nobody goes and gets them cut off or attached to the side of their head. So how does that happen? How does that happen?
They put our rights up on the market and they bought them for cheap. While selling fear through propaganda, then they wash and repeat and see. They tell a boy he's a girl, no he's not, he's 8.
Bet. You were never put in the wrong body, never, not once.
That I will not debate, let alone tolerate. All these genders nowadays, how do we accommodate? Most of us are just confused, why y'all gotta call it hate? Canceling is all the rage, sanity been tossed away. Kids identifying as animals and we call them brave. But fuck that, I don't care if it's my kid or not. DCF can have them if they shitting in a litter box.
Webby, bro. He ain't lying, though. Like, we got to quit playing into these delusions. Like, it's a delusion. There's a mental problem. There is something wrong if you think you're a cat. There is. You have a problem.
Did you get boosted? Well, Charlie Puth did. All these shots fucking with hearts like Cupid.
Bruh.
They selling souls to the pharmacists, taking blood money and sucking big pharma's dick.
And they ain't done. Y'all know that they repurposed that thing, right? It's no longer just for that. They have free and cleared it for a whole lot of different applications. So that if you go for treatment these days, you better be damn good and certain what they putting in you. You better be certain, because it's probably that.
But listen, that could never be Webby. I'd rather die a martyr than be a motherfucking hashtag Pfizer partner. And I'm not saying that you're stupid if you're vaxxed though, Mr. Fiasco. All I'm saying is I am smart. I know that I'm a fire starter, but I tried to tell them all in Raw Thoughts 5. But let me add, if you got it against your will for a job that'll pay your bills, then your bosses should be in jail, your doctor should all be then I'm sorry.
Bad money.
That's how I feel. They were following orders. You know who else was following orders? Nazi supporters. Fuck all the employers who were ever forcing their staff path to being forced with a jab for a flu that they probably already had. To keep a job that gives them all that they have. Free country, how the fuck are we even calling it that?
Bruh.
Is it like some sick joke? Is it all for...
I've been saying for a while now that we are past the time. Like, if this was a decade ago, I would have been a leader already. But I'm on a non-aggression path these days, and so I don't aggress at all. But I really don't understand how somebody else hasn't. I don't. Like, I don't condone it. I don't want it to happen. But I do not understand how it is not. I really don't. Like, the Sons of Liberty would have been in the Tea Party already. Like, they'd have been doing things, and they did it respectfully. Like, I don't know that it needs to be respectful.
Or a laugh? Have we truly reached a point that we're too lost to get back?
We are wild out there. We are wild out there. There's a whole lot about our society that is not to be admired.
Are we body positive? Is it fine to be fat?
Nope.
It's actually healthy according to some scientist stats. But
Bruh. If you out there, you telling people that it's okay to be obese, you are a problem. You are a problem if you're telling people that. If you're saying that Lizzo's okay, you're a problem.
look, Nestle is the company supplying the fat.
Bruh.
It's a conspiracy. I'm just not subscribing to that. So get your tinfoil hat and never come back again. Racist colonizer, I will never play your tracks again. Till you say sorry for being white. Not that again. How you blaming me for slavery? Shit, I'm Italian.
Can't nobody blame me. Like, nobody in my entire family history had a slave. Not a single one. We were. I'm Irish, I'm Cajun, and I'm Native American. So if you want an oppression lottery...
Only on your mother's side, see? You just fucking lied. Shut the fuck up, yo. Damn, let me fucking slide. Not getting canceled already, it's been a bumpy ride. You expect me to run and hide? Never that. I be ivermectin with it, yeah, I gave him the remedy. Hit the game with the recipe, did it safe and effectively. Saw the Grim Reaper just a couple paces ahead of me. But we cut a side deal and dug a grave for my enemies. And the thing about the truth is, they don't let us see. And the thing about the proof is, they keep it from me. While the thing about the news is, it's made for dummies. And the thing about the Jews is... Wait, did my song censor itself? Oh, great. Now they'll say I'm anti-Semitic as well. It's alright, and make sure my records never will sell. Say what you will about them, yo, but shit, they clever as hell. Jesus Christ, folks. Are we at the point where as a white guy, I gotta ask if it's fine if I make a white joke?
We used to have freedom of speech. Like, you have the freedom to speech, you do not have the freedom from offense. Like, you do not have the freedom to keep from being offended. You have to take offense. Can't nobody give that shit to you. You have to decide, I'm going to be offended by this. It doesn't matter what it is. If somebody calls you a name, you have to let that name have power. That's on you. And so we need to get back to the point where people can say dumb things and we know not to associate with people who say dumb things. Nowadays, they just hide the dumb things and we don't know that they're dumb.
A little extra mayonnaise up on the side joke. A little I don't get pulled over when I drive joke. Lighten up, people. We ain't so different. The two teams now are the compliers and the dissidents. Pick a side. Ain't no time for you to sit the fence. Say fuck this. Refuse to be a participant. Awake yourself from the cloud of cognitive dissonance. Conspiracies are coming true. It's no coincidence.
That is truth, and if you don't know, you better pay attention.
From the cloud of cognitive dissonance. Conspiracies are coming true, it's no coincidence. The ones in power banking on us staying ignorant. That's why. That
is true, too. They have an awful lot riding on the fact that you're complacent and ignorant and don't want to know. They have an awful lot riding on that.
They hate it.
Like, people literally are still watching the news and believing the things that are said on it.
That's when we give a shit. So listen, cause if everybody gave a shit at once, then their game would all be done. If the people united against the few that run the planet, we would take them in a month. I don't know what would come after. After all, I'm just a rapper trying to spread truth while I'm still on earth. And sometimes with the truth, that shit gon' hurt. Last Wednesday, bitch. But before I dip off, I got some people that I gotta piss off first.
Alright, who you bringing the heat to?
Webby. Raw thoughts.
Hey Crew.
To all my brothers and sisters in the quarantine zones, or anyone else tapped into these frequencies hearing my words, the survivors out there who still have enough fight in them to stand up against the injustice and tyranny of the establishments risen from the shadow of our society's collapse. Fedra and their affiliate groups seek to keep us in a state of dependence.
Bats.
They rule over us, just like the government elites in times of old. We may be lost, our spirits may be broken, but it isn't over yet. My name is of no importance anymore. All that matters is that I have found the cure they've been keeping from us. Anyone looking to seek refuge and help us take the next steps towards a brighter tomorrow, you have a home with us. To those prepared
Not in Connecticut.
to descent, now is our time to rise. And to those
Like, it's amazing how much where freedom began on this continent, it no longer exists.
whose fear blinds them into compliance, it's time to pick a side. If you continue to ride the fence, you will get caught in the crossfire. Because there will be a war ahead, both of the physical and spiritual kind. And if
The spiritual war is a very real thing. A lot of people want to dismiss that, but there are entities out here vying for your soul. There are real sacrifices that happen, and there are really blood costs.
wrong side winds up on the losing end, it very well may be the last war. So to anyone looking to interfere and try to further subjugate us, Fedra or whoever, we'll be ready.
We will not comply again. Like I didn't the first time. I didn't the first time at all, and I won't again at all. Raw thoughts. This looks to be credits. I'm going to go ahead and swap that over. And we're going to mute that on out. So, that was great. Like Webby brought the heat. Webby was telling everybody what he thought exactly about it, right? Webby was letting you know, we have a problem. We do. We really do have a disunification problem. We have a problem with not being free anymore. We have all these amendments that nobody cares. We have all these rights and nobody wants the responsibility to ensure them. Oh, the military does that. No, they don't. The military does what the government tells it to do. Us veterans out here, we can tell you that. The military is going to do what the government tells them to do. They have gotten rid of the dissidents already. The people who were going to say, we won't, are gone. They kicked them out. Anybody who was going to disagree at all, they're gone. They kicked them out. You think that was not intentional? Do you think they didn't do that on purpose? Do you think that we are not sending all of our ammunition away to be destroyed is not on purpose? Do you think not having the supplies here in our country to defend ourselves is not on purpose? Do you think that the people flooding across the border who are fighting age and from all kinds of places, do you think that's not a problem? Do you think that's not on purpose? These things are real. These are real issues that are happening. I'm not trying to be super conspiratorial guy here. What I'm saying is that there's a lot of things to pay attention to, and you better have a solid group around you. You better have somebody around you for these days that are coming, because it's liable to get a little bit wild out there. Webby's trying to wake people up. I'm trying to wake people up. Let's all wake somebody up. Y'all make sure y'all get back over to Webby's page, give him a like, share, and a sub, throw him a comment. Let him know you appreciate what he's doing. I do. I really do. Well, Webby's come a long way since I come in with Webby, right? Like when I came in with Webby, I was like, man, you don't really pay attention, do you? Webby's paying attention these days. And so I can't complain at all. Like, we don't have to agree politically. You can disagree with me on policy. We can debate policy, whatever. You are free to do that. I am free to do that. We're getting to the point where nobody's free to disagree anymore. That's a problem. We're going to have to figure out what to do about that problem. And I don't know. I'm on a non-aggression pact, right? I can only defend. That is where I'm at. That is my covenant with God. And so I can't aggress and start and fight. I don't want no bloodshed. I want this resolved with no bloodshed whatsoever. That is the best possible. I just don't know, though. Just don't know. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up, Webby. Thank you. It got me talking. Y'all know I love to talk. The more I stop the video, the better the video is. So this was great. Thank you, Webby. I appreciate it. Y'all make sure y'all get back over there and show him some love. To the crew, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me. And I am praying for you every single day. Till next time, I love you. You're perfect, whole, and complete just the way that you are. This has been pittstake. Peace.